Welcome again to some 0K action. It's going to be a pretty big team game on the Zeta Siege map. So yeah, we've got left versus right. Mixes are mostly the same medal values, except for a few that are 3.31 compared to 2.04. So they're in a couple of grouped up. Really? There's the spectators? Yes. So yeah, they're in a couple of grouped up spots. Okay, there's the regular ones, and some of them in the water as well. Regular ones there. So yeah, interesting little mixture we got there. So let's skip the pre-game chatter. Actually, how many? Wow, there's actually quite a few spectators. And of course, all the ping and all that is even attractive in the replay itself. Very nice. Yeah, but there you go. So we actually got planned for dirtbag spam. Maybe we'll see what happens. Cloak day. We'll see how crazy Ivan goes as well. But anyway, on the left here we got Karen Yo playing as something or rather. Lightman myself, I believe I'll be going for air, yep. Pack going for something, Dane Front going for Cloakies, Shieldbots for Nick 999, Hovercraft for Liquid Mind, Heavy Tanks for Exponent, interesting given the amount of water there, nice mixes indeed, although there's not too many mixes in the actual water itself, but still, there we go, finally got the plane plant for myself. Tripaka's actually morphing his commander up to level 2 for some reason, despite the vulnerability to bombers, but whatever. Happy Tulips going for Shieldbots on the enemy team now, so Happy Tulips going for Shieldbots. Amphibious for Jummy, Heavy Tanks for Satu Pluk, Shieldbots for Raphael, Gunbots for T with that face thing, so we'll just call him T I guess. Spiders for Migs TL, so just to contest this middle area mostly. And we've actually got a second spider factory by Ivan as well, so crazy Ivan indeed. Pizza 123 with Amphibs, of course, and we've also got Cloaky Bots for Innis 17 at the top right there. And here we go, Trepak finally getting over towards the water's edge. Looks like he just wanted to do that to build the amphibious plant that much closer, and he's actually got a support comm level 2 with Caraparas Nanolife and nothing else. Interesting. Huh. Okay. Indeed. And apparently something else is blowing up here. Oh, very nice. Happy Tulip's commander has apparently been blown up maybe by a... well, not by a scuttle. I don't see anyone actually using jump jets here. Not really sure by what's that actually. Yeah, no air right, indeed. Yeah, they got gunships instead, and yeah, gunships actually have had a bit of a recent buff actually, so that they actually aren't too shabby, especially the brawlers. They've definitely been buffed up a bit. Longer range mostly, and I can't remember, I think some other things were done to them as well actually. Make a scuttle and finish him, eh? Interesting. And what the hell, see what happens. So it looks like I'm the only plane player, so switching over to Swift Bomber combination, and yeah, just using the Swifts mostly for yeah, just to scout around really, and yeah, very pleased of course to see that we only have gunships to worry about. Although T, he could produce tridents and actually would do alright versus versus the Hawks, I believe. I think. Yeah, versus the Hawks they should do alright. And they should do great versus Swifts as well. At least that's what you'd expect from dedicated anti-air, but still. Yeah, so there you have it. And finally, really, Fireman was not really doing anything up until now, it seems. Or rather, he wasn't building any factories up until now. He just now plopped down his jump jet factory and... oh, okay, he actually has 2 commanders. Okay, so he actually has the LV factory and jumpies as well. So, yeah, we actually will get to use specialist units like scuttles and such. Sounds good to me. This is something you don't see too often. Now we actually got a whole bunch of... heavy tanks versus glaives and light vehicles. Well, okay, light vehicles is a bit of a more common matchup, but versus glaives, definitely not too common. Very tricky to field when you're playing as Cloaky Boss to say the least. And yeah, this brawler is going to be a pain in the ass. Thankfully though, we do have one of my Ravens, I think just bombed it in mid-air actually. Which is kind of funny actually. So, bombers, they can actually hit gunships. Except for some of them. I think maybe the Vindicator... the one that flies really high up in the sky, I think that one's pretty much impossible to hit, but other ones, because they fly so low, bombers can technically just drop a bomb on top of them by flying over them. It's a bit trickier, of course, But as you can see, it definitely can be done. So bombers acting as anti-air versus gunships. Who to think, eh? Who to think? God damn. And now we've got a whole bunch of dirtbags coming in. Actually, wait a minute. Just select them, and yep, here we go. This is actually the latest patch. Yep, the dirtbags, they used to have no weapon at all, so they were completely unarmed, should I say. They have a tiny bit of armor, not much health though. But yeah, now actually they've been given a headbutt weapon, so very short ranged. But it does a bit of damage, better than nothing, I guess. So I'm not really sure if their cost has actually been raised either, for that matter. And of course they generate little lumps of dirt as well when they die, rather than wreckage. So there you have it, Bombers of Moan coming in and actually getting destroyed by shotguns because they have to dive so freaking low. But there you go. If there's one thing that 0K proves, is the fact that shotguns and flamethrowers can make for very effective anti-air weapons if you know how to use them. God damn. Okay, well, flamethrowers are a bit tricky to use, but shotties, you can see, well, yeah, they can do a bit of damage, it seems, so there you go. Dirtbags are definitely going to be a pain in the ass. Definitely not a cost-effective attacker, but they will be a pain for us, I suppose. Yeah. I'm not really sure what the hell to say about this, but anyway. We should get rid of this as well, for that matter. Also, it looks like we got a tactical missile being launched from somewhere. Oh no, actually I think it might have just been... I'm not really sure what the hell actually made that sound, to be honest. Huh. Well, in any case, bombers coming in to save the day on the bottom here, and it looks like this point is pretty much completely uncontested, actually. There we go. Actually, I'm going to be destroying the urchins, I suppose, so... not too shabby. And basically just ignoring the Razor. I mean, it does a bit of damage, a bit of crossfire, a couple of these little puppies can do a bit of damage to aircraft, but they're mostly to be used against gunships, really. And, of course, to tank damage as well, so they're pretty good for that, too. Looks like S-Fireman has got his Failman Commander, and what does he have? Riot cannons. Oh, okay, so he's actually got a similar commander to one of mine, in fact. Riot cannons, high caliber barrel, plasma containment field, as well as targeting systems to make him incredibly long ranged. And yeah, basically this sort of commander is kind of tricky to go up against. Unless, of course, if you're using bombers or something else to, well, just anti-heavy units in general will destroy him. You just have to be careful in how you approach him, due to his long-range Riot cannon. Look at the range on this thing, incredible. Great for blowing away dirtbags and pretty much anything else, really. So away he goes, and he's actually got the range to even contend with the forces here. Oh, we actually do have a bit of an attempted breakout by Jummy here, but thankfully, bombers to the rescue once again. Not achieving too many complete kills, but definitely driving them back and leaving plenty of wreckage. And in fact, yep, there we go. The welder just now adding to that wreckage as well. Very nicely done, welder, indeed. Not really sure what the hell the point of these dirt boxes is, though. Dirt bags, should I say, not dirt boxes. Oh, that's right, of course, he's a bit amphibious, and he's doing a good job blowing these guys up through the water as well, so... Forcing Jummy to retreat, and he actually has no anti-air incoming. He's relying on scallops as anti-air, and actually they're not too horrible when it comes to anti-air if the bombers are forced to dive, bizarrely enough. So, wait a minute, can those dirtbags actually jump? I could swear that they just jumped there, or maybe not, it might have just been blown up. Let's see, actually. Headbutt. Okay, just no longer unarmed, and then I need to update the description there, but anyway. Okay, let's have a look. I don't believe it. They actually have a jump command. Wow. Okay, that's a bizarre thing to add to them. I mean, a weapon is strange enough given what these things are really meant to be, and given how cheap they are, but they can jump as well. Huh. Interesting. And, well, they're going to die anyway, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the hell they're thinking of some of these changes, to say the least. Oh well. And it looks like the water level here... Sorry, the water... God. It looks like the water level here is actually so low that I think... Yeah, these guys can actually be hit as above surface units, in fact. Oh, no, actually, no, I think it does dip in certain places, but... Oh, no, actually, no, it dips down there. Okay, so the water level is actually pretty low overall, but they can actually go underwater if they go far enough towards the edge, I think. Also got more bombers coming for myself, basically blowing everything up. Doing pretty nicely actually. Do have some anti-air to contend with, but apart from that... Oh, I even air-bombed a crane. Very nicely done. Too bad I missed that. So there we go, very nicely done indeed. Some stuff blowing up randomly as well. Basically we've got pandemonium all over the place. Just having a look, we don't have the economic advantage over opponents though. They have a slight lead, and they've actually... No, we've got the slight army lead, but they've got the slight economic lead though. So we'll see if that equates to them going into a bit more of a military lead or not, but what the hell. All I know is that we've got our own little counter-attack happening, and raising quite a bit of hell as well. Well, look at the overdrive on that, bloody ridiculous. In fact, the opposing team actually have got reams of energy coming in. That's probably what's giving them the medal advantage, although it's very close though. Very close. If we can destroy more of their economy, then we should be pretty much golden. And look at this, they even put a nice little helpful ramp for our hovers to come up as well. Unfortunately, the attack has been destroyed, so... What can you do though? What the hell am I doing? Just continue to spam bombers. Got 2 air rearm pads, which is probably a bit excessive at this point, but oh well. And, okay, yeah, just pointing out for that as well. We got pandemonium happening all over the map. Overall though, the bottom, middle... So the bottom and the... well, the bottom middle and the middle is... holding, and the top is actually, well, slowly but surely pushing them back. They don't seem to have too much to actually reply to this. They do have some limited anti-air, but really a swarm of bombers could very much take this out. I'm very surprised actually that we don't have tridents being produced by T. I mean, granted they're slower than dedicated fighters of course, but well, at the same time they are pretty good anti-air, so there you go. Also got a whole bunch of Zeuses blowing stuff up, mostly a whole bunch of glaives and warriors. Usually glaives will of course counter Zeuses, but in enough numbers Zeuses can of course counter glaives because they one-shot them, so you need craploads of glaives to counter them basically. Yeah, he needs help, but at the same time he's actually managing to hold with not too many forces actually, to say the least. And it looks like these Zeuses are being forced to retreat. This is actually going to be a golden opportunity for my bombers, and just as I say that, got 9 of them coming in to... take advantage, hopefully. They do have a bit of health to contend with. Well, what the hell, they did take out a few Zeuses, which is better than nothing, I suppose. Okay, there we go, there goes a 3rd Zeus. God damn, they can actually hit the bombers as well, sort of. God, you gotta love how low air flies to the ground. It's kind of ridiculous, actually. Oh, and there's a frontline commanded by Exponent. Looks like he's also got a radar jammer, given that little red tinge around him. What else does he have? Rocket launcher, disruptor ammo for the rocket launcher, I think. Okay, I'm not seeing any other weapons there. Laser blaster and rocket launcher, that's it. Well, in either case, actually a very good job stunning the commander. I kind of missed that, but I think it was... Damn, I don't see any units around that could have stunned it, but I think it might have been an infiltrator from the spider factory. So very nicely done. The commander is down. Wow. And what level was he actually? Level 5? Yep, he was. I'll be damned. Make a wall that probably... Yeah, actually for the GF helm that'd be a great thing to do. And here, actually making a wall would probably not be such a bad idea either, actually, because at the moment we're not attacking. But actually, speaking of which, Trepak really should be going for a few boys added in there as well, but whatever. Oh, speaking of which, we also got another attempted enemy breakthrough, which is not working out too well at all. In fact, we've got our own wall being set up. Unfortunately, they did manage to get through the breach. Unfortunately for them, the bombers managing to breach their armor. Bam, down they go. No kill like overkill, to say the least. And apparently there's also plans by the opponents to try to build... Oh no, okay, no, not to build anything there, just to say the saying that there's an annihilator there. There's actually a penetrator rather than an annihilator. But there you go. They do have their own artillery, and yeah, the south is definitely starting to get pretty heavily porked up. Plenty of anti-air defenses. Just zoom in, actually, 6 razors. God damn. Yeah, that crossfire is going to be murderous to my bombers, to say the least. Well, that being said though, massive bombers should be able to penetrate though, because these razors, they're incredibly hardy, but their actual anti-air DPS is not that great by the feel of things. Really. Yes, I think actually making a wall would be a good idea, although really, he could just Yeah, actually, wait a minute. Yeah, actually, Pizza, his factory and all that, and builders and all that are right there, so he could just make his own wall, really, if he wants to. One thing he definitely needs to do is to either wall up this section or... Well, I don't know. It's just that the enemy team really does need bombers, basically. Because if they had sonar... detecting these scallops, then really they could just come up with their own bombers and yeah, just bombs them. Just regular ravens would have done the trick, but there you go. Speaking of which, a few more of my own ravens have come in to destroy some stuff at the south, showing complete disregard for the razor, which, okay, apparently turns upside down when it's not in use. Interesting. I thought it was meant to have like a little sort of like a little dome thing, like a two-piece dome that sort of goes up on both sides, but nope, apparently it goes up and down like that. Interesting. Well, in any case, my bombers showing complete disregard for that, and yeah, just going for it anyway, despite the fact that it's not really doing too much against them anyway, so there you have it. One thing that's definitely being a pain in the ass for us is these gunships though, and lack of anti-air on my behalf is kind of hurting us a bit. We do have some anti-air, actually no, wait a minute, this is our opponent's anti-air actually, which actually I think I might be able to bomb with my Ravens, strange enough. But in any case, they're actually doing a great job destroying stuff. The problem with gunships, of course, is that they don't have any underwater attacking units, or should I say no actual units for attacking underwater, which kind of sucks for gunships, really. I wouldn't mind just something that at least, you know, drops depth charges, even if it drops depth charges directly down with no range. If it had just something like that, I reckon gunships would be rounded out even more actually, but in any case, yeah, these scallops are completely safe. All these gunships do is destroy a little bit of the surface infrastructure, not too much else. Here come my bombers. No, I'm being a little bit timid with them, it seems. Actually building a fusion reactor, building a little wall above it. I'm not really sure how effective that's going to be, but oh well. We'll see what happens, and here we go. Now we've got the bombers coming in, attempted resignation by Team 1, which is our team. Why the fuck would they want to resign? Jesus. And yeah, my bombers actually going for the slightly safer targets, being the crabs actually. Managing to get them mostly while they're still, and yeah, basically destroying them. Bombers, unfortunately, a couple of them getting destroyed, 1, 2, and that's it actually. I think I only lost 2 for that entire attack. And 2 wyverns, which thankfully can do a much better job tanking damage. And they're just aiming at a couple of general targets that are on the front lines, although if I'm not careful they'll get blown up as well. But thankfully they do have quite a bit of health for them, so... And down go the crabs, to say the least. Yes, bouncy, bouncy. Actually, I think there was another crab that they were aiming at that I think bounced along, and then got destroyed by the fall damage or whatever, but there you go. In any case, yeah, Angler is by Tripac, so you should be alright actually to take on gunships. In any case, I might be able to actually bomb them anyway, if I'm careful enough. Just bomb them from above, that's great anti-air of course. God damn. Damaging this, are we? Apparently we are. And yes, a bit later on I'm actually going to be making a bit of a critical mistake of my bombers, and I'll be very interested to see as to what actually happened in this replay. So we'll just have a look actually. Bombers mostly just going after, yeah, whatever they can, so... killing daggers apparently, maybe some other things, and we actually do have our own Big Bertha up. Do our opponents have anything resembling super weapons? They got singularity reactors, so they got super energy, and they've also got a bit of terraform happening, just some ramps here and there, a wall for the Moho which is not properly finished, interesting, and a couple of hacksaws. No super weapons though, which kind of makes sense. Economy is relatively even, but yeah, we're basically slowly but surely blasting them apart. And yeah, I kind of noticed I could bomb gunships with Ravens, because pretty sure I actually did bomb some gunships before. Unfortunately, yeah, as you can see, they can dodge the bombs though. It is a bit awkward to try to bomb them, but overall though, they sort of act as anti-air versus gunships, sort of. Oh my god. Oh, down they go, yep. Oh yes, yes, and looks like S-Fireman's enjoying himself as well. Wait a minute, S-Fireman... Who's the other one then? Okay, yeah, apparently he must have lagged out, because I'm pretty sure this was S-Fireman's factory. Yeah, are they really meant to be anti-gunships? Probably not, and yet they do so well against them. Well, sort of. They do better than you'd expect, that's for sure. Speaking of which, we've got a, kind of hard to see actually, we've got Scallop versus Scallop battles happening here, but we've got crap loads of Scallops compared to their like 5 Scallops that are sitting up against us. And the amount of anti-air that we have... Okay, what the hell happened to the Angler? I'm not sure. There should be anti-air being brought up with these Scallops as well, because if there was, okay, maybe some boys as well for long-ranged fire supports, then yeah, all they could do is they could just basically steamroll over Pizza's base and pretty much everything else. But oh well, see what happens. My bombers are destroying these rather tiresome Scallops as they go up above the waves. I don't have any sonar here, so I'm just getting whatever I can that's above the ground, above the water should I say, and also destroying everything else. Actually missing the mechs entirely. Wow, okay, there we go, finally taking a few out on the way back, but still. Actually got a nice little dagger set up as well, which actually, well, they can bypass the defenses here, and yeah, actually we also do a bit of damage. Scallops can't really... Actually, no, wait a minute, they've been tweaked as well, so what the hell do they even get? Undersea charge launcher... Oh, never mind, they actually sort of act as right units underwater as well, sort of. Definitely better on land as right units though. And of course now I've got freaking enemy artillery to worry about. Pillager, oh not Pillager, the Tremor coming in, Doomsday Machine to defend, and yeah, this is going to be a pain in the ass to overcome. The Tremor, well, it can't really reach that much, but it definitely can do a bit of damage to us. And weaken our shields as well, so we'll see what happens though. We do have our own Impalers trying to do anything possible, and they of course have their own... oh, okay, we got another... Oh no, actually it's one of their razors. They do of course have their own Sneaky Pete as well, just to help cloak and jam the radar for these buildings, so there you have it. See, man, I don't see them. How? Well, that's a good question. What the hell is this? Well, actually, no, wait a minute. Are they... Oh, I'll be damned. The Scallop's sonar is actually less than its weapons range as well. That must have been changed as well in the latest patch, because I'm pretty sure it was the reverse the other time around. Well, there you go, who to think, and unfortunately the walls around the Moho geothermal plant don't seem to be holding up too well. Well, I suppose the Big Bertha, it's a pretty big freaking gun. I mean, just have a look at that. It's not really sure what caliber that's meant to be. It's at least 150 mils, probably 200 or more. Kind of hard to tell with the scale in this game, but they are slowly but surely pushing us back though with this fucking Tremor. And really, that'll be a perfect target for my bombers actually, to say the least. Yeah, as you can see, they're slowly pushing us back. Not only that, but they're actually creating water as well, so we can't very easily rebuild stuff that we've lost either, actually. To say the least, and someone's trying to talk to me on Steam, which I can't really do at the moment because this thing that is not Steam compatible yet. It will be soon, or eventually, but not just yet. And yeah, they got shields set up as well, actually. So overall, they are definitely putting the squeeze on us on the bottom, but at the top though, things have mostly gone off to a stalemate. In the middle, nothing being reclaimed and no pushes there either, even though this is definitely a vulnerable point though for opponents. Less so for us though, because of these mobile units we got here, but nothing really set up here though. They could pretty much just march through and yeah, really just do a lot of damage in fact. And here we go, finally we do have a super weapon for opponents. Silencer, which will be ready in a couple of minutes, and anti-nuke as well. And hopefully, well, there we go. I do have a whole bunch of Swifts as well, which is probably going to be used to scout. These bombers are taking horrendous casualties, actually. And here we go. This is the mistake that I'm making. They're trying to go after the Doomsday Machine, but what are they? They're not doing anything. They do have the attack order. They definitely have the attack order, but they're not doing really anything against it. They're flying through it. So I don't know what the hell was happening there at all. Wow. That's, yeah, that was a massive mistake by myself. But really, just looking back on that, they did have the attack order though. So, I don't know, I think maybe the way the terrain was set up, they were literally flying through this fucking thing. They were phasing through it, for God's sake. Another nuke will take care of it in either case, so, yeah. Well, thankfully, we do have a attack missile launcher at the very least, which has got pretty decent range actually. It's set up here, should have pretty, well, let's see if I can actually select a shock lead. There we go, very good range actually, so there we go, stunning everything. And then going with a follow-up attack. The Doomsday Machine should be pretty much dead, just a couple more things were destroyed. And down it goes actually, I think that was a Big Bertha shot going after that, I think. Not entirely sure, but in any case, down it goes. We managed to pretty much destroy, well, vast majority of their... well, okay, we destroyed the DDM, the Doomsday Machine. Unfortunately, the Tremor's still alive, though. And in fact, I think they've actually got another one. Yep, they got two of them. Going to be a pain in the ass. Something else randomly getting destroyed by God knows what. And well, that was very surprising, actually. Looking back on this, I don't really see what I could have done versus the DDM to destroy it. Apart from, you know, not doing anything at all versus it. And there we go. Once again, we've got things getting stunned out. Actually, that would be really effective versus the anti-air. Now that I think of it. But nope. Instead, we've got attack missiles being used. Yeah, BB. Oh yeah, maybe it is actually. But actually, no, building a wall would be just great, really. But well, fuck it. And I'm actually switching over to Striders of my own, bizarrely enough. So building a couple of catapults. But our opponent's definitely on the run here. They do have a nuclear silo though, and still a bit of a while before they get the first snooker. Us, on the other hand, we've got protectors up the Windwang. 2 protectors and another one hopefully to be set up here, so the anti-nukes basically. To be set up, we've got big berthas being built up. These guys are just going to be building one after another. Nope, that's the last one they're going to be building for the time being. And, that's right, drones that just appear from nothing. They actually get constructed on drone carrying things, so aircraft carriers as well as the funnel, stuff like that. And we're probably going to get the enemy team resigning. I have to admit though, they are holding pretty well. It is a bit of a stalemate at the moment. We do have the economic advantage noticeably at this point. My bombers, well, I don't know what the hell happens there. I gave them the attack order, but they basically didn't attack the DDM. They flew over it. And yeah, I'm not really sure what caused that. The terrain might have screwed them up, but yeah, there definitely were a few other things for them to go for. Probably was a bit of a bad idea to go there anyway, actually, given all the anti-air. But the thing is, I thought I actually had a chance against the DDM, and maybe I might have if my bombers actually hit it rather than just flying above it. Now well, what can you do? And a bit of a spoiler alert, I believe the enemy team... Actually, no, never mind. Actually, what the hell, give a bit of a spoiler alert. I'll only manage to get one shot off with the catapults before the end of the game, if I remember correctly. And it won't be a particularly good shot either, but it'll be better than nothing, I guess. Still a hell of a game, though. Kind of funny to watch it from both perspectives. Now, our opponents, they basically need... Sorry, they basically needed air. They really needed air. I have to admit, though, they've mostly shut down my air with all the anti-air that's been set up. But still, I dare say I did manage to do a hell of a lot of damage to my planes, mostly on the top and bottom flanks, especially when the opponents were trying to push into push into our territory, and yeah, well, basically I completely stopped them cold, even with the limited amount of anti-air that they sent in. And here we go, finally Johnny coming in with his own anti-air. And is this catapult going to fire? Maybe. We'll see what happens. His target is currently set for here. But we do have some felons and a couple of other units coming in. The frame rate is going to hell. And never mind, the opponents actually have sent up one nuke into the air, but this protector has been built up. Pretty much everything is defended, apart from this top middle section here, and this sort of middle section here, though. Where is the nuke going, though? It's probably going to go right in range of an anti-nuke, and yep. That is that. Our opponent's last hope, most likely, and it's been destroyed. Another DDM has been built up, though. I don't think my bombers will go after that. My catapult, damn it managed to fire off one volley, and I didn't even see it, actually. Well, maybe it was on camera, maybe not, and there we go. Enemy team has succumbed. Still, though, hell of a game. It was pretty much action-packed from beginning to end, really, and yeah, I dare say my aircraft certainly made a bit of a difference there. I screwed up horribly when I attacked the DDM there, but really, I mean, who would have guessed that they would have just flown straight through it? Still a hell of a game, and plenty of terrain getting wrecked as well, as you can see. So I shall see you all next time.